come up with another $6,000 a year just 10 years from now? Ladies, I know 50-year-old cocktail waitresses on the Las Vegas Strip. That's how they make their living. And they've been cocktail waitressing for decades. Because of the economic turndown, they've lost their jobs. These women have been working to support their families for 30 years. How are you gonna tell these women that 10 years from now, 15 years from now, they gotta start paying, supporting themselves now an extra $6,000 a year in Medicare? It's wrong and it's ridiculous, and if this was such a great thing, they'd be implementing it now. But they know politically, the seniors in this country are pretty smart. Been there, done that, and they know that they would lose every single senior at the ballot, and that's why they're saying it's for 55-year-olds. Don't let them fool you. Nobody. You guys weren't born yesterday, and you weren't born on a hay truck. You know better than to fall for this nonsense the Republicans are saying. Aside from Medicare, my opponent is on record, along with Romney and along with Ryan, to privatize Social Security. Wants to privatize Social Security and give you an opportunity to take your retirement money, what there is of it, and give it to the Wall Street stockbrokers in order to invest for you. Like the Wall Street stockbrokers did such a good job with the housing market that a total collapse. We're going to reward them by not only letting them destroy our housing market, now we can let them destroy our seniors' retirement savings. Not on my watch, we're not doing that. The stock market is great if it's doing well and making profits and you happen to retire. But what happens if you had invested in the stock market right before the crash in 2008? Where would that money have gone? It would have disappeared, and you would be left with nothing, because there would be no more Social Security if my opponent and Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney had their way. No sirree. The savings that you've worked so hard for and paid into all your working life would not be there when you need it the most. So the question is, why does Senator Heller and Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney, why are they so willing to dismantle Medicare and dismantle Social Security? They're not looking after Nevada's middle-class families. They're not looking after the senior citizens. They're not looking after you. For some reason, they think that the big guys, Wall Street, big oil, corporations that ship our jobs overseas, these big guys making record profits. Big oil made $137 billion last year. You think they need our help? I don't think so. But for some reason, my opponent thinks that he has to protect these major corporations. So at the same time that they're protecting tax breaks for corporations that ship jobs overseas, he's trying to find ways to privatize Social Security and end Medicare as we know it. At the same time that he wants to give tax breaks to Wall Street corporations that ship our jobs overseas, they're trying to figure out ways to make enough money to do that. And where are they looking? At Social Security and Medicare. For those people that have made record profits on Wall Street, millionaires and billionaires, they're trying to lower their tax rates. According to a study that I saw just yesterday, if the Ryan plan becomes law, do you know how much Mitt Romney is going to be paying in federal income taxes? Although we don't know how much he's paying now. 0.8%, not 8%, not 5%, not the 14% that he's currently paying when the rest of us are paying in the 20s. 0.8%. No wonder he picked Ryan to be his running mate. If I were Mitt Romney, I'd be doing the same thing. So while they're trying to slash Medicare, and slash Social Security. They're propping up big oil with subsidies they don't need. They're propping up major corporations that are shipping our jobs overseas, and they want to give massive tax breaks to the wealthiest among us. My opponent has his priorities wrong. He's playing for the wrong team. He doesn't know why he's there. He doesn't know why he's in Washington. He doesn't know what it's like living in Pahrump. He doesn't know what it's like bringing home a paycheck, getting up every day, getting dressed, going to work, 30, 35 years of your life. He doesn't know what it's like to retire on a fixed income. But a lot of people do. I have people coming over to me all the time. They go, Shelley, they say, I'd like to say they call me Congresswoman, but mostly they call me Shelley. They go, Shelley, I've been paying into Social Security and Medicare my whole life. Now I'm hearing that it's not going to be there for me when I need it. What am I going to do? The answer to that question is what this election is all about. This election is who will step up and fight for you. My opponent's not going to step up and fight for you. He's already told us who he's supporting. But I'm standing here with you today because I am the one that will stand with you and fight alongside of you and make sure that the gains that we have fought for in this country all these years are going to be there for our seniors, for our working families, for the middle class in this country that made America great. That's what motivates me every day. And that, my friends, my fellow citizens, is why I am running for the United States Senate. Nevada can't afford Dean Heller, Mitt Romney, and Paul Ryan. I will say this to you as I close. First, this is a very important election. It determines the direction this nation is going and who we need to stand with and stand for. I'm not worried about the big oil companies. I'm not worried about the Wall Street corporations that are shipping our jobs overseas while paying no taxes here. I'm not worried about millionaires and billionaires. They can take care of themselves. But I come from a working family. My father was a waiter when I was growing up. On a waiter's salary, he put food on our table, clothes on our back, a roof over our head, and 2 daughters through college and law school. Not so bad on a waiter's salary. And he's 87 and he's still working, by the way. Programs like Social Security and Medicare made the difference in millions and millions of American lives. It gave us an opportunity to look forward to be healthier, to not live in poverty. I know who I'm fighting for, and I also know this. Ending Medicare and privatizing Social Security are nothing, Dean Heller, to be proud of. Shame on you. Thank you.